Welcome to Unsigned 518's Weekend Spotlight for the weekend of November the 15th, 2024. I am back. Obviously, there was no episode last week. I was fucking sick for like 12 days straight. I still don't have my voice 100% back, but I feel 100%. So I guess overall I'm probably about 85% or so. But I'm feeling better, feeling good enough to do this for sure. And I have a great show coming up. I got a bunch of music coming up from the Sugar Hold. I have music from Before the Warning. I have music from Ramona Lane and Canella and so much more. So without further ado, let's get started.
Weekend Spotlight, the weekend alright. The weekend Spotlight, the weekend alright. And your Scullin is such a good dude, the kind of guy that it's easy to talk to. He's got some cool stuff he'd like to share with you. Yeah, you. It's the weekend, you know what you should do. It's the weekend Spotlight, the weekend alright. The weekend Spotlight, Unsigned 518.
All right, so first up is Friday night, DJ Hollywood at Washington Tavern. It's their opening night. He's going to be there spinning tunes from 10:30 p.m. to 3 a.m. It's 21 plus with no cover. And if you're not familiar with DJ Hollywood, I don't know where you've been. He's one of my favorite people in the 518. Works so hard at the scene. He's an incredible force of positivity in the scene. You know, he's got the more music, less violence. He's innovator, he's a creator, he's an entrepreneur. His social media presence is top notch, and you know I appreciate a good social media presence. But anyway, and he also knows how to put on a fucking party. So go check out DJ Hollywood Friday, Washington Tavern. It's their opening night. He's going to be there from 10:30 to 3 a.m. And that right there just says, oh, that's a party. You know, when you say, hey, plan on being here until at least 3 a.m., it's a fucking party. So that is Friday night at Washington Tavern. And for more information, go check out DJ Hollywood on Instagram. It's at DJ Hollywood, and instead of O's, it is 2 8s. So DJ HOLLYW88D. He is the man. So this next one's a little bit different in the fact that you don't have to leave your house in order to attend. The Sugar Hold are going to be on our band show, which will be streaming on YouTube. It starts, I think it's 7 o'clock. You know, I'll point you to where you can get more information. But what our band show is it's a deep dive with one band. They'll play, I believe they play like anywhere between like 7 and 10 songs. And in between the songs, not everyone, you know, they'll play a couple songs, and then Patrick and Christian, who run the whole program, Patrick Huber and Christian Avanco, they ask questions to the band. You know, it's like an interview. They take questions from the audience. You know, they have a live chat, and they'll relay the questions to the band. And it's just a really cool experience in the fact that it's like local unsigned bands, and they're treating them as if it's the fucking Foo Fighters coming to, you know, Jimmy Fallon or something. Like it was such an unreal experience. The quality of the work that comes out of there, the dedication of the staff, and every piece of it is amazing. So make sure you tune in. It's Saturday night. The Sugar Hold are going to be on it. It'll be, you know, you'll get to know the band. You'll hear a bunch of songs. And again, you can chime in and ask them questions and be a part of it. And then after that is done, Patrick and Christian will cut it up into songs. So for like the entire next month, the Sugar Hold will basically be the Our Band Show band. And I think it's like, you know, every couple days or every week or so, they release a song that they've done, and they, you know, remaster everything. They have, it sounds, I mean, amazing, and it looks amazing, you know. So tune in Saturday, Our Band Show, and you can check them out. Our Band Show on Instagram is a good place, or YouTube, just Our Band Show, and you can see what it's all about. Tune in, watch our boys in the Sugar Hold, and engage with them as well. And right now we're going to play a song from the Sugar Hold off of last year's Sweet. This is Get Effed Up. That's right here on Unsigned 518's Weekend Spotlight. Get Effed Up, the Sugar Hold, and make sure you catch them on Our Band Show this Saturday on Our Band Show's YouTube. It's just at Our Band Show. And a little birdie told me that they're maybe going to talk about the connection between my band, Shortwave Radio Band, and Sugar Hold, because, you know, they're like our, we call them our brother band. You know, we basically formed at the same time. We did our first gigs together. And the connection actually goes much, much deeper than that, certainly outside of music, and goes back decades or so. But anyway, Sugarhold, fucking love them. I know you do too. They'll be playing Saturday on Our Band Show. Make sure you catch that online. All right, the next event we have is Saturday. We have Sound Minds with Before the Warning. It's Before the Warning's album release. It's going to be at Albany Distilling. There'll be drink specials, DeFazio's Pizza, rockin' tunes all night long. It's from 6 to 11 at, again, Albany Distilling, 75 Livingston in Albany. And Before the Warning, we're actually just on this week's episode of Unsigned 518, so the most current episode of Unsigned 518 proper. So if you want to go check that out and get to know them a little better, really cool dudes, really great music, really interesting story, and like fucking 518 to the core, man. Like those dudes have been doing it for a really long time, since they were, you know, like they said in the episode, since they were like 14, and they're now like in their, you know, mid 40s. So they've been doing it for a while, so they've got it dialed in. So check out Sound Minds Before the Warning Saturday nights at Albany Distilling. And right now we're going to hear a song from Before the Warning. This one is Dagobah, and it actually, when Brian came over for the episode, you know, I won't give away his license plate, but it had a Star Wars tinge to it, which I picked up on, and we nerded out a little bit. I got to show him my original Star Wars trilogy on Laserdisc from back in the early 80s. And if anybody who's as fucking nerdy as me, or even just like a modicum as nerdy as me, knows how goddamn cool that is, and if I say Han shot first, they'll know what I'm talking about. Anyway, this is a Star Wars themed punk rock song from Before the Warning. It's Dagobah, and it's here on Unsigned 518's Weekend Spotlight. Nerd. right, that was Dagobah Before the Warning. And again, go check out the full episode of Unsigned 518 with Before the Warning that just came out on Tuesday. You can find it right in the same feed because I like to keep shit convenient for you and keeping all 3 shows in the same feed. And speaking of 3 shows, I have been a little behind on Unsigned Unwind. I do still have several episodes in the can that I'm getting ready to release, but being sick literally like almost the entirety of 2 weeks, that even sitting up was not amazing. I fell behind. So those will be coming out soon, and I'll get back on track. I've got some really good ones coming up that you should check out, because again, it's not just our scene in the 518 that we can support, just, you know, not necessarily monetarily, but even just listening, you know, going outside of the area and catching some bands that are local to some place, just not here, because you're going to find that there's a lot of really great music across the U.S. and Canada, and it's I don't know, it just feels good to me to be able to help you hear some bands that you may not have been exposed to, that, you know, obviously 518 will always be my main focus, but it's nice to be able to introduce people to bands outside that are similar to what we got going on here, or, you know, I'll know this person will like that band and this and that. But speaking of that, my buddies in Bad Music Club, I met them at Gussapalooza. Like, I hadn't even set up my tent. You know, I drove up there, you know, a 9-10 hour drive from here. I drove it in one shot and like went right to the festival grounds, and I was setting up my vendor tent because I was going to do, you know, interviews from there. And I met first I met Brett and Dawson of Pet Rock Radio, and then I met Jake and Mike and Quenneville, the producer of Bad Music Club. And holy shit, I hit it off with these dudes like immediately. I mean, literally within like 5 minutes, we were like fucking, it was almost like we were cracking inside jokes. Like, I was like, wow, these dudes like get my kind of offbeat sense of humor, and they have an offbeat sense of humor. And it was really fun. I had a really great time hanging out with them, you know, the couple days. And obviously we've been in fairly constant contact since then. And that's because every week I am sending up to Canada my Andy's Rec. And, you know, Bad Music Club, they do these reels. Like, follow them on Instagram. It is hilarious. And it's actually funny because I saw their Instagram reels first. I had no idea that it had just like come up on my feed, because I'd been looking at a lot of the Gussapalooza stuff around, you know, north of Toronto and Cookstown and Barrie, and like checking out the area. So shit like that was popping up on my feed, and they do these little animated, it's like a wolfman and a vampire. And I was like, oh my God, that is fucking clever. And I followed it, and I was watching them, and they put them out like 5 days a week. And it's just a band you should know. They do like a 15-second reel on it, and it's a band you should know. So they created a character for me, and you'll see it in my feed. We collab on it. I think I'm a Wendigo with the orange hat and glasses. But so every week I'm sending them a band from the 518. Usually, or so far, it's been like someone who's been on the show, sending it up to them as a recommendation, and then they're sending me one of the many bands you should know that they do through the week. They're hand-picking, and Mike is sending me the one that he thinks that the 518 should hear, and that's what we're going to do right now. So we're going to check in with my good buddies Jake and Mike, the Bad Music Club, and you should definitely follow them on Instagram, follow them on Spotify. Their podcast is wonderful. They're doing, like I said, basically what I'm doing. They're helping unsigned bands. They're giving them a voice. They're getting their music out there to as many people as they can, and that's like their mission. That's their one mission, is to like get ears on this music, and that's what I really want to do too. So I don't know why I'm still talking. Let's go to the Bad Music Club and see what band we should know.
Head up. Has 105 monthly listeners, and it's pure and simple punk rock out of Toronto.
Dude, mildly angry and nothing calm about it. This is punk that I love and absolutely one of my new favorite bands, dude.
I can't even begin to express how sick this band is.
Just fucking awesome.
Cool guys, cool music, and amazing show.
Check it out.
Their latest release is a 2-song EP, EP3, which came out July 26, 2024.
All right, that was Het Up. That's H-E-T-U-P, and that is Till Nothing's Left, sent to us by our friends in the Bad Music Club. And follow them on Instagram. The Instagram handle is actually Bad Club Media, and it's, Bad Music Club is the name of that show with the bands you should know. But those guys, Jake and Mike and Quenneville, their producer, I can't say enough good things about them as people. So, that's should be a good enough endorsement for you to go give them a follow on Spotify and Instagram and tell them that I said hi, and I'm sure they will say hi back. But anyway, that was Het Up with Till Nothing's Left. All right, so this next show was actually sent to me via Instagram, and I want to remind you, if there is a show, if you're in a band or you have a venue or, a buddy is playing a show this weekend and you think that I should know about it, just, take the event post from Instagram or whatever and send it to my DMs or just put it on my radar, because sometimes that's all it takes. And I look at it and I say, oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to talk about this one. And that's how this one came on my radar. Literally this morning, someone sent it to my Instagram and I was like, all right, off and running. Anyway, Ramona Lane, they're Hudson Valley Rhythm and Punk. They're going to be at Kingston Pop Museum starting at 4 p.m. on Saturdays. And for more information, you can check out Ramona Lane on Instagram. Their handle is just one word, Ramona Lane. And if you want to hear a song, I have one right now. This is actually their lead single. It's called Yellow, and it's off their new album, Overnight. So check it out. It's Ramona Lane on Unsigned518's Weekend Spotlight.
I ain't never been loved like this, she said. Pink and yellow like the sunlight when it sets. Caught me staring, I confess. She said, baby, won't you take me home again? She told me her history through a stale cup of coffee and a couple of seeds. Hip-hop and emo scene, both of us mostly clean. Oh, the way she wears her jeans, peaches and never been loved like this, she said. Pink and yellow like the sunlight when it sets. You got me cheesing, I confess. She said, baby, won't you take me home again? I right away broke all her rules. She's a jewel that shimmers when it moves. I'm trying to be cool, but those eyes so sassy, took my heart but didn't ask me. Now my one-star thoughts are actually masterpiece. Then she leans into me. Well, I ain't never been loved like this, she said. Pink and yellow like the sunlight when it sets. You caught me flexing, I confess. Baby, won't you take me home
Ramona Lane with Yellow, the lead single off their new album, Overnight, here on Unsigned518's Weekend Spotlight. And, obviously with the return of Metroland, and again, I'm ecstatic to be able to be, I feel, an integral part, I guess, of Metroland. I feel certainly welcome. But we have so much going on, and we're trying to build it and make it better, and we're taking input from everybody that we can. And one of the things that we're doing is TJ Foster has put out, he's calling it Hot Singles in Your Area. And it's basically every month he's going to compile the previous month's singles that were released in the 518, and then he makes an article and links to everybody's Bandcamp, sends that information to me, and then I create the official Metroland Hot Singles in Your Area Spotify playlist with all the information. He does all the work, basically. I just create a playlist. But anyway, what I want to do going forward is, because now there's just this resource of the newest of the new coming out in the area, I want to at least play one song off of his playlist that he creates every episode, because it's new and fresh, and it's right out there, and it's great stuff, and you can really have your finger on the pulse of what's happening. So I'm going to play a song that I was trying to think if I've even played this song before, because I might have, because it's from Canella, and Canella are one of those bands. I was trying to think of a way to describe how Canella made me feel, and it was almost like the songs are easy to like. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that they're easy songs, but a lot of music, and almost especially with bands that I'm really, really into, it takes a few listens before I really form an opinion, and I'm usually upfront about it. When my favorite band or whatever, national band, will put out an album, I'll say, I'll let you know how it is, and I have to listen to it a couple times. And every Canella song that I've ever heard has had an instant hold on me, and I feel like because for me it reminds me when I was younger, in the 80s and early 90s, when I was just a long-haired skate punky, I don't know, I think I was probably an asshole, but I was really into the Boston indie scene, Evan Dando and Lemonheads, and Juliana Hatfield was one of my favorites, and Juliana of Canella sort of reminds me of that vibe. I wouldn't say her voice reminds me of Juliana Hatfield, but it's got that same, because the same thing was with Blake Babies or Juliana Hatfield solo stuff, or whatever, was every single song that I heard, I immediately was I love this song, and it hit me immediately, and that's how I feel about all these songs. So I'm going to try to get the full band on the show, maybe get them to do a song live in the studio. I think that would be really awesome, because they impress me every single time. All right, that's my rant. Let's hear a song. It's Canella with Cookie Sweet here on Unsigned518's Weekend Spotlight.
I am such a mess. I haven't found a mental place to stay in. And when I see your face, my words become a jumble mesh of nerves, and I stumble through my verses. Losing my control, I need to let these feelings go. I hate that I like you. I hate that
See what I mean? God damn, that's such a great song. Canella, Cookie Sweet here on Unsigned 518's Weekend Spotlight. And that is going to be it for this episode. Make sure you keep an eye out for Metroland Edition 2. We're doing this every fucking month, people. It's going to come out the last Friday of every month. So Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving, you'll be able to get your new copy of Metroland. And obviously, if you pay attention to the website, themetroland.com, you'll see that is growing. There are new pages, new highlights, new stuff happening all the time. And obviously, the concert calendar or what's happening is going to be growing. And we're going to continue to take feedback from everybody and make it what the people actually want. So thank you for everything. Thank you for listening. Thank you for reading. It's cool that I get to say that. Anyway, I am Andy Scullin. This is Unsigned 518's Weekend Spotlight. I'll see you on the road. Unsigned 518 is produced and hosted by me, Andy Scullin. New episodes are available every week wherever you stream podcasts. If you would like to help support the show, please like and subscribe wherever you are listening. Or you could buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/unsigned518. If you would like to advertise on the show, send me an email at unsigned518@gmail.com. And to be a guest on the show, reach out to me through Instagram at unsigned518. Take care of one another, and I'll see you next week.